Alright guys, so today we're going to be using the Fenty foundation, and I'm going to be trying a new sponge. I know, I look crazy. I know. So we are going to be using this sponge. This is by a company called Instylish, and they actually reached out to me. They sent me this sponge along with this other sponge. I actually got to pick the set. There was 2 sets that I got to pick from, and this is the one that I gravitated to because I really like the colors. This is the package for the sponges, and in the back it just gives you instructions on how to care for them, how to wash them, and I'm going to be using this one today. And I'm going to take my foundation, just apply it on a little flat surface, and I'm going to dip in. I'm going to actually use the flat side. As you guys can see, it's got a flat side and then this side is pointy. The sponges are different. And this company, when they reached out to me, they were really nice and they offered me a coupon code. And if you guys are interested in trying this sponge out, you can go to their website, which all the information will be down below, and use my coupon code, which is Gabriela10. It'll give you guys 10% off. And so far, I have to say I'm really liking this sponge. Mine is already damp. They're much smaller when you first get them. And like most sponges, once you wet them, they get bigger. So let me tell you, something I'm liking is this flat surface because it's really giving me a nice curve to clean up under my eye. All right. When I first opened the package and I touched them, I'm like, ooh, these are gonna be firm. I honestly didn't think that I would like them as much as I am because I felt like they were hard. Even when you wet them, they still feel a little firmer than like a beauty blender, but it's not really soaking up my product. I can see that in the coverage. I like the shape of this one. I know I'm gonna love this one. This one has 2 flat sides. This one and this one's a little bit more rounded, and then the bottom is round. I like that this one is flat and has a pointy tip, so it really lets me get into my inner corner. But I'm really digging this side. So I'm gonna tell you guys now, the set that I have is called Not Basic Beauty Sponge Duo. They're currently $9.99, and then you guys would get 10% off with my coupon code. If you're somebody that is not into the microfiber sponge, like you guys know I love my Juno and Co sponge, and if you're wanting a good sponge that isn't going to cost an arm and a leg, I'm going to tell you guys this is a really good option. It feels nice on the skin. I'm digging this. Let me show you guys the other thing I just discovered that I'm excited about. Because this is flat here, I can really get into the sides of my nose here. Normally this like inner corner here, I always add too much shadow, and then I end up having to go in with like a brush, or I always end up having to go in with a brush to just kind of clean it out. And I've tried my sponge, but then it ends up taking out too much. This is perfect. Like, it literally just hugs the curve of your nose. Boom. Holy smokes. I like it. Okay, it's not lifting product. I'm doing this now just to see. It blends everything beautifully, 1. 2, it's not lifting the foundation. Sometimes with these firmer foundations, you'll find that as you continue to blend, it starts to lift the foundation. That's not happening. I'm really liking this. Okay, I'm gonna use my concealer I'm gonna use my NARS Creamy Concealer in Ginger. This is just about out, which is why I'm using it, because I wanna finally get rid of it. I'm going to go in with the flat side again because that's the side I'm really liking. And I'm going to blend this out. Holy smokes. It's spreading out beautifully. It's not lifting or removing. I would say it was way too much concealer. And if you guys know the creamy concealer, it's not that creamy. It's actually a little bit more of a thicker formula. And this is not shearing it out. Boom. Boom. Holy smokes. It's so much concealer. I honestly was not expecting this kind of coverage from this kind of sponge. I'm just taking the opposite side now and I'm just blending this inner corner. This is pretty amazing. Holy smokes. Okay, let's use powder. Why didn't you guys tell me that I forgot to blend my foundation? Holy. All right, so I'm gonna take my Fenty powder. Now we're gonna use this for powder and see. I know what it's gonna do already because that flat edge, I'm telling you, that flat edge is pretty amazing. So I'm gonna take it on the flat edge. I know I'm gonna love this. Okay, so already I can tell you guys that a difference between this and the Juno and Co sponge, because you guys know that that is the only sponge that I really use at this point. The Juno and Co sponge can make powder feel heavy and dry. This one is not. Like even with the Fenty powder can feel a little drying for me with the Juno and Co sponge. And this is not giving me that feeling whatsoever. Like it's packing it on, but it doesn't feel heavy. And look at this, guys, it's good. So you guys know that I'm always really honest with you guys. And I'm telling you right now, this sponge is good. It's really good. This is the first time I use it. I literally just got it in the mail. But I'm really liking the way it applies product. I'm liking that I don't have a ton of product sitting on the sponge. So, and I think that that's why the Juno & Co sponge makes the powder feel heavy, because let me show you guys. Look at the difference. This one I used a couple of days ago. It's dry. I have to wash it, I know, guys. Comparing both, this one still has a ton of product. This just around the edges, and that's because of how I dipped it. There's a difference. So if you're looking for something that's going to give you coverage, and I really freaking like the curve, we're going to try something. I'm going to take a contour powder and I'm going to use the edge of the brush or the sponge. I knew it. This thing is pretty awesome. So I don't know if this is going to lose its sharp edge, but it's so sharp that you can literally apply powder. Look. Guys, okay. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and then I'll come back and tell you guys what I think about this. All right, guys, I am back. I am loving this sponge. I love that it gave me control to like apply the lip contour, which look at these lips. I love that it allowed me to apply powder on the sides of my nose. Look at this nose. And really like to just get right at the edge of the under eye. Look at how bright these under eyes are. I I'm gonna keep saying that. But really what I think impressed me the most is the edge of this sponge. It's so sharp. I bring in my crease color, you know, really close into like the sides of my nose, and sometimes I can look like I have dark circles versus the crease color. So I really have to tell you guys that I love this sponge. I need to use it more to determine whether it's going to knock this one out of the water. But again, looking at both, this is literally me using it for foundation and then going in with my powder, and you can still see that there's powder stuck in the actual sponge. Whereas this one, it's like you have it back here because of the placement, but you don't really see it sitting on the surface on top. I'm really impressed with this. I honestly did not have really high expectations for it because this one has set the bar so high for me. But this is a fantastic sponge. I love the color. I know that's really silly to bring up, but it really just like is unique. And then I love this one. It's just, I feel like these two colors are colors I would wear like in my clothing. And I know that's not reason to buy these sponges, but they are really nice. They're very soft. They have some density to them, so they're not going to be as soft as like a beauty blender, but that doesn't mean that they are not good. They are definitely a great sponge. They are a great value. Currently, you're gonna get 2 sponges for $10, and they have a variety of options. You could just buy these for $12.99. So you can get both, just 2 of these versus like mixing it up. And they do have a lot of different options with shapes, colors. I really have to tell you that I'm super impressed with the sponge. The other thing is that it's free shipping for all orders, and you're gonna get 10% off with my coupon code. You'll find all that information down below. You'll find the website, but these are definitely sponges that I am encouraging you guys to try. I'm really impressed. More than anything, this one, I would say do 2 of these. This one looks like a good sponge, and I don't doubt that it's going to perform well because it feels exactly the same, but I'm just blown away by the shape and the edge of this. It's fantastic. So if you're interested in trying these out, the link will be down below. You don't have to use my coupon code, but get you some money off, boo. It's gonna save you money. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please let me know if you have any questions down below, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.